Welcome back to What Arty Noobs with General Disturbance. This is the Object 261, it's the Tier 10 Soviet SPG. This one's located on the southwest spawn of Highway, and it's under the command of PurplePlayersLoveArty. Les! Yes, he's in the Les clan. Not that he actually, Purple Players love Arty less, they don't. In fact, actually, they rather dislike Arty, but unless they're an Arty player themselves, they won't appreciate the better qualities of this class. And that's certainly true of most of the top players like Sircon and Quickie Baby and the like. They certainly do not appreciate Arty, and that's why you don't see them playing it that much. Okay, we've settled in the corner. We've got an 18cm howitzer. It's capable of doing 800 alpha, 45mm pen, 9.5 meters on the damage radius, and 11.5 to 29 seconds of stun. Well, an enemy tank's been spotted over the other side of the battlefield, but there's also an AMX-13105 come up near the bridge. And he's just teasing our guys at the moment. Rounds out. Yep, a near miss on the M48 pattern. Now, this is a heavy tank Arty. So if you're a light tank driver, a light tank player, don't try to ram this. This is an IS-7 in disguise. Yes, so it's very heavy. If you try to ram this, you will die. Very, very likely. Rams out. Yep, that's a near miss for 229. Now, it doesn't get a whole lot of ammo, the Object 261, which is one of the complaints I think a lot of us have. Because it runs out of ammo if you try and play it as rapidly as possible during a game. The standard reload is 30.68 seconds, but you can actually bring that down to about once every 25.42 as Purple Players has here. With that sort of fire rate, technically speaking, once every, or 2 shots every minute, or less than 2 shots, maybe even as little as, well, yes, the 2 shots per minute is probably about right. You get through all of your ammo within the first 11 minutes of the game. So you'd be stuck for 4 minutes, twiddling your thumbs, wondering what to do next. That's when you have to act as spotter. So you can see what I mean. There's not enough shells, and Wargaming really ought to adjust that. That's one of the nerfs, well, not the nerf, it's a buff that they need to do to the Object 261. They need to give it 10 more shells, because most of the other Artys at this caliber actually do have 30 rounds of ammunition, so they have enough to keep going all battle long. The only other exception, of course, is the T92 HMC, which only had 16 rounds of ammunition, which again handicapped that tank because it meant that it would run out very, very quickly. In fact, it still only has 16 rounds. They are bigger rounds, and it does take longer to reload, 45 seconds in total. But the thing is that if you want to be fair to the players, you ought to give it more rounds. Oh, that was a beautiful one. 3 enemy tanks were hit, 2 Super Conquerors and 1 IS-7, all damaged by the same shell. That's racked up a lot of damage, and of course he's getting stun assist as well. So both of those enemy tanks, all 3 enemy tanks have now split up. Rounds out in the Supercon. This could be a kill. Well, almost. It's left him on 76 hit points. So he's a one-shot. And he's out the game. Now, the Object 261 was never built, but it was proposed. They did actually do all the necessary work to actually start building them if necessary. The planning and everything. And they had 3 different designs that they were working on. 2 of those designs used the 152mm gun instead of the 18cm. And of course, one of them is the 18cm, which you're seeing here. This is basically, this tank is a cousin of the Object 263. Of course, it doesn't have the same caliber gun, but it's basically the same type of hull. An open top hull. They did consider one with a closed casement for the 152mm gun, and that would have given the crew a little more protection, but it also would have given the Arty players the vents they need to perform better. Okay, we have got enemy coming in from the north. Not sure our guys are actually working on that. They're still busy in the town trying to make their way into the town, but we do have enemy tanks out in the field at the moment. Now that IS-7 is going to take shots in the side from the Leopard, who's nicely positioned himself so he can ambush the guy. In fact, unfortunately, the IS-7 killed the Leopard. It was the other way around. Okay, we might have to reposition away from the enemy cap area. Although we've got a Heshbarn and a Leopard 1 nearby, our T100LT's going for the enemy cap area. Oh, the IS-7 went down. The one that killed the Leopard 1 has now left the game. At least I think that was the one that killed the Leopard 1. Unfortunately, our shell actually did damage one of our teammates in that game, or at least it would have damaged him if team damage wasn't in the game, was in the game at the moment. But the thing is, that means that he's more than likely not going to get a high caliber, or at least we'll have to leave it to Wargaming to decide, because normally team damage immediately eliminates you from the high caliber mark. At the moment, though, he's racking up a steady load of damage, but he's not actually reached the level where 20% of the enemy hit pool has been achieved. Well, the T100LT has been doing well. He's scouting, and the T22 has gone out the game. He's no longer in play. In fact, he's still in the game, but he's not where he was before. Yes, they're on the outskirts of town. There's the T22. He retired back to his own cap area. The TVP's not where he was before either. And a 121 has suddenly met our T100LT, and we know where the enemy Arty is now. So we're still focusing on these tanks, and our teammates in the heavies from the town are actually going after these guys. There's the TVP. Hopefully their 121. Oh no, their 121 just killed our T100. But we're moments away from shooting on the T22. Rounds out. He has to back off or take the stun, and now that will slow him down. And we're getting stun assist. Now he's getting closer, because obviously the closer he is, the faster the reaction time. So if he sees an enemy tank and it's very badly damaged, like that Super Conqueror, he can take it out with just one shot very quickly. Like that. That's his first kill of the game, but he got that kill because he'd actually moved closer, and now he's got to kill that 121B. No, he's gone. In fact, he just got wiped out by the Heshbarn. K91, still reloading. 2 shells left. He's going to run out of ammo. He's going to have his last shell momentarily. Well, it's the last shell of stun HE. Now, watch out the dip here, because you don't want to go down by the sudden drop. There you go. Missed that. Close. Lots of players have gone off that thing thinking there's a ramp just below it. It's not. It's actually straight off a cliff. And they find out when they die on the bottom. Okay, we lose the chance to get the back chat, but that was the last kill of the game. Here's the end of battle results, and that was the first ace tanker for PurplePlayersLoveArty in the Object 261. He managed to get a bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits. In fact, he got 10 in that one, and his win rate from the battle was 3,077, which is Super Unicum standard. Let's have a look at the team score. Well, he didn't get the highest damage in the game. That went to the ST2 on our team with 5,432 hit points. Second highest damage went to the Wizzy 111 Quillen, who managed 4,725. And the third highest damage went to the IS-7 on the enemy team with 4,047. We can see that Purple Players got 3,199 hit points. So he did very well indeed in the game. And he was beaten by, let's have a look, 3 members of the enemy team, 2 members of his own team, which means he's 6th place on damage. When it came to kills, though, it was the ST2 did the best with 3 kills. 2 kills went to the Wizzy 111 Quillen and the Jaegeru. And, well, Purple Players only got the 1 kill out of that game, but so did a lot of other players. And, in fact, actually, there were only 6 players on the enemy team who actually managed to get kills at all in that game. When it came to base XP, he's 3rd on base. The highest being the ST2 with 1,313. The Wizzy 111 Quillen managed to get 1,029. And next was Purple Players with 994. So 2 players over 1,000 base. And he's just behind, 6 experience points behind them in that game. He fired 16 rounds. So he did come close to running out of ammo. Another 4 shells, he would have been out. 7 direct hits on the enemy. No penetrations, but did get 21 splash. Damage of 3,199 hit points, all of it at more than 300 meters. He damaged 6 of the enemy, killed 1, so he missed out on getting Confederate. Yes, he would have got a Confederate if only he hadn't taken out that 1 kill, or he just got 1 extra shot in the game. His teammates were just too good, I'm afraid. 3,619 hit points of stun assist off 18 stuns, and I think it's the combination of those two. The fact that he got 6.5 K of actually damage, combined damage, which gave him the ace tanker. On a free-to-play account, he actually made a loss of 19,971 credits from the game, but he did get 7 bonds, and he also made 2,485 experience points as well. So it comes out a bit positive, because he got the bonds and the experience points. But best of all, he got his first ace tanker in this 261. And yeah, I'm sure this will be the first of many, because this is a very addictive Arty to play. I must admit, I played it a lot. I enjoy it. It's one of those ones where you're almost trying to run out of shells in a sense, because the more shells you fire, the more damage you rack up and the more effect you can have upon the game. So you're trying to get those shells pumping out as fast as possible. The moment it's loaded, out goes another one. Then look for another target. It's fun. It really is. But I just wish that Wargaming would give it more shells, because then it'd be even better. I hope you enjoyed that replay. It's good when I see another first ace tanker in the game. It means somebody else has mastered another Arty, and it means there's more competition out there. If you enjoyed that replay, please give this video a like. Do subscribe to our channel. Leave a little comment down below because it feeds the algorithm. And thank you for watching.